The path to greatness is often imagined as an intricate web of complexity, layers of strategy, effort, and sophistication. But what if the true secret lies in simplicity? The essence of mastery is not in adding more, but in stripping away what is unnecessary until only the purest form of wisdom remains. Leonardo da Vinci once said, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." A man whose mind spanned anatomy, engineering, and the arts understood that at the height of knowledge, things do not become more complicated. They become clearer. When a painter begins, he might overwhelm the canvas with color, but with mastery, a single stroke carries the weight of 1,000. When an inventor struggles, he builds endlessly. But when he understands, a single mechanism changes the world. Consider the smartphone. What began as a mess of buttons and complexity is now a smooth, effortless device, its power hidden beneath elegant simplicity. The greatest ideas do not demand to be noticed. They work in silence, moving the world with quiet precision. Lao Tzu, the ancient sage of Taoism, spoke of this path when he said, "To attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, remove things every day." We live in an age where knowledge is abundant, but wisdom is rare. We collect information, chase complexity, and seek control. Yet the more we hold on to, the heavier the burden becomes. True mastery lies in knowing what to let go of. The greatest martial artists do not move with force, but with fluidity. The sharpest minds do not hoard knowledge, but distill it. A master of any craft does not chase everything. He finds the one essential thing and perfects it. Take the story of Steve Jobs, a man obsessed with the elegance of simplicity. He believed that design should be effortless, free of unnecessary clutter, reducing technology to its essential beauty. His philosophy was not about creating more, but about refining until only perfection remained. He understood what Einstein once declared: everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. The difference is profound. Simplicity is not carelessness. It is not the absence of depth, but the presence of clarity. A brilliant mind removes the noise until the truth shines through. The greatest warriors, the sharpest minds, and the most timeless artists, what unites them is not overwhelming complexity, but the discipline of simplicity. Bruce Lee warned against being a man who practices 10,000 kicks once, and instead, to be the man who practices one kick 10,000 times. There is no power in excess. Power lies in refinement. And so the question lingers: where do you chase complexity when clarity is all you need? What unnecessary weight do you carry when lightness is the key to mastery? Michelangelo, the sculptor of David, was once asked how he created such a masterpiece from a simple block of marble. His reply was haunting in its simplicity. "I saw the angel in the marble, and carved until I set him free." This is the essence of mastery, not adding but removing, not creating complexity but unveiling what is already there. The greatest artists, thinkers, and warriors have always understood this truth. Simplicity is not the beginning of the journey, but its final destination. The samurai of feudal Japan embodied this philosophy. Their training was not in endless techniques, but in perfecting a few. Their blades were not adorned with excess, but stripped to the essence of lethality. Miyamoto Musashi, Japan's greatest swordsman, once wrote, "Do nothing that is of no use. In combat, a single unnecessary movement could mean death. In life, an unnecessary burden can mean failure." And yet, in the modern world, people drown in unnecessary distractions. They mistake activity for achievement. They fill their time with noise, never realizing that silence holds the answers. Simplicity is not just about skill, it is about focus. The businessman who eliminates distractions achieves more than the one who multitasks endlessly. The writer who refines his words speaks louder than the one who floods the page with complexity. The leader who focuses on the essential commands more than the one who chases everything. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote, "If you seek tranquility, do less. Or more precisely, do what's essential." The Roman Empire stood on his shoulders, yet he understood that power does not come from excess, but from restraint. Those who seek greatness often seek to do more, to be more, to have more. But the wise understand that the path is in doing less, being precise, and focusing only on what truly matters. Look at the world's greatest athletes. A sprinter does not train by running 1,000 different races. He perfects one. A chess master does not memorize every possible game. He learns the patterns that matter. A surgeon does not practice on every part of the body. He refines his skill in one. Specialization is not limitation. It is the key to unlocking true potential. And so, the question remains, where in your life have you mistaken complexity for progress? What weight can you remove to move faster? What noise can you silence to hear the truth? The path to greatness is not in accumulation, it is in reduction. The greatest minds in history did not conquer the world with complexity, they mastered the art of simplicity. The most profound truths are not hidden in riddles, but in clarity. Confucius once said, "Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated." This insistence is the downfall of many. People chase distractions, believing that movement means progress. They mistake excess for excellence, noise for wisdom, complexity for intelligence. But the wisest understand, simplicity is not the absence of effort. It is the refinement of it. It is the cutting away of all that does not serve the higher purpose. Consider the legacy of Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors of all time. His strategy is not built on thousands of trades or elaborate schemes. Instead, he follows a simple principle. Invest in what you understand, be patient, and let time do the work. In a world where others complicate their strategies, constantly chasing the next big thing, Buffett's mastery of simplicity has built an empire. His success is not an accident, it is clarity in action. The same truth applies to the greatest minds in physics. Sir Isaac Newton revolutionized science with just 3 simple laws of motion. 3, not hundreds, not thousands. His insights were not built on unnecessary complexity, but on understanding the fundamental forces that govern everything. And Albert Einstein, the man who redefined reality, reduced the vast mysteries of the universe into the simple equation. The deeper he understood the universe, the simpler his expression of it became. Simplicity is not weakness. It is the highest form of intelligence. The ability to refine, to clarify, to remove the unnecessary until only truth remains. This is why the greatest musicians strip away excessive notes until a melody flows effortlessly. Why the greatest architects design with elegance, not clutter. Why the most powerful speeches in history were not long, elaborate monologues, but simple, unforgettable words. I have a dream. Give me liberty or give me death. We hold these truths to be self-evident. Master simplicity, and you master focus. Master simplicity, and you master action. Master simplicity, and you master greatness.
The path is clear, if you have the wisdom to see it. What remains is the choice. Will you continue to burden yourself with excess, or will you refine your path until only mastery remains?
To master simplicity is to understand that power does not come from excess, but from precision. The greatest generals, the wisest philosophers, and the most legendary creators knew this truth well. Complexity is a trap, but simplicity is a weapon. Napoleon Bonaparte, one of history's greatest military strategists, conquered empires not through overly complicated battle plans, but through decisive, simple maneuvers. His philosophy was clear. The battlefield is a scene of constant chaos. The winner will be the one who controls that chaos, both his own and the enemy's. His tactics were not about overwhelming the enemy with complexity, but about striking with clarity and speed. A soldier who hesitates, a leader who overthinks, a fighter who moves without purpose, all are lost before the battle even begins. This is true in every aspect of life. A boxer who masters one devastating punch is deadlier than one who dabbles in many techniques without precision. A speaker who conveys truth in a single powerful sentence is remembered longer than one who rambles endlessly. A strategist who sees the essential wins over one who is distracted by the unnecessary. And yet, the modern world tempts us to believe the opposite. We are told that to be successful, we must do more, know more, be more. But this is an illusion. The highest achievers do not drown in endless tasks. They focus on the vital few.
The master does not spread himself thin. He sharpens himself to a singular, unbreakable point. Bruce Lee understood this deeply when he said, "It is not daily increase, but daily decrease. Hack away the unessential." His fighting style was built on removing wasted movement, unnecessary complexity, anything that slowed him down. What remained was pure efficiency, pure mastery. Steve Jobs followed the same principle when he led Apple. He famously reduced the company's chaotic product line from dozens of unfocused projects to just a few simple, powerful devices. The result? A revolution in technology. He knew that focus was not about saying yes to everything. It was about saying no to everything, except what truly mattered. Look at your own life. Where are you making things harder than they need to be? Where are you mistaking complication for progress? The road to greatness is not hidden. It is simply ignored because it appears too simple. But those who dare to master it, those who refine instead of accumulate, those who strip away until only truth remains, they are the ones who leave their mark on history. Simplicity is not the beginning of mastery. It is the final test. Those who reach it have reached true greatness.